Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another 0.5 episode of Virtue's Last Reward. In this one, we're covering the Archive's Golden File. Before we do that, I wanted to bring something up though. Not including this one, we only have one more secret file left, and then we'll have uncovered every single secret file. And judging from the files as well, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces open, I guess. The past that has exactly one. There's only one room we haven't gone to. And that's the third white door. So we are very, very close to ending this game off. But without further ado, what do you say we get started with The Prisoner's Dilemma? Apple and Banana committed a serious crime, and they were arrested. Since they were accomplices, the police separated them for questioning and kept them from communicating. A detective visits each criminal and tells them the following. If neither of you spills the beans, you both get 2 years. If he clams up and you confess, you'll get 1 year, and he'll do 15. But if you keep quiet and he gives it up, you'll do 15. While he does 1. So I bet you're thinking, well, what if we both rat out the other guy out? Pretty simple, pal. You both get 10 years. This is the prisoner's dilemma. Do you betray your partner or stay silent? In the A-B game, however, sometimes the most rational choice isn't always the best one. Next, antimatter bomb. This bomb uses energy generated by the collision of particles and antiparticles. So how does this work? Phi explains. Imagine 2 types of matter that are the exact opposite, like male and female. When they are combined, what happens? According to quantum theory, their numbers add together to make 0, like 1 and -1. And they kind of disappear because they cancel each other out. They call that annihilation. But when they collide, they create something like a baby. Except the baby is sort of pure energy, a lot of it. So in other words, an antimatter bomb makes an exploding baby. Does that make sense? Next, detonator. This device that will detonate an antimatter bomb. Technically, it's called a remote trigger detonation signal device. But that takes a really long time to type out, so we'll just use detonator. This particular device has 2 modes of operation, immediate and delay. Pressing the switch when you're less than a meter away from the bomb will trigger the immediate mode, and the bomb will detonate immediately. If you're more than a meter away from the bomb, however, pressing the switch will activate the delay mode, and the bomb will explode 30 minutes later. So wait, is it saying that when the device is more than a meter away, it activates delayed mode? Or is it saying that, like, if you're a meter away from the bombs, it activates delayed mode? I'm not quite sure, but that wouldn't make much sense. I'm assuming from what we know that being a meter away from the detonator is what causes delayed mode. But it's weird how it's worded. Maybe that's just me, though. Next, we have Cybernetic Arm. A device originally created to weaponize genetically engineered psychic bears. Just kidding. It's actually an arm augmented for online sex chat. Not really. In truth, it's the arm from a mysterious libido-powered robot. I'm just messing with you. A cybernetic arm is actually a mechanical limb that you can control with your mind. Really. It has titanium alloy for bones, and those are covered with ABT, or artificial biological tissue. The ABT even has artificial nerves, so you can feel pain through it just like your real arm. It has veins that connect to the rest of your body, so if you inject medicine into a cybernetic arm, it'll flow to the rest of your body. Weird. So it's a robot limb that basically looks like a human limb? I mean, I guess that makes sense. You'd want something very similar to what a human has, right? Luna's necklace. The necklace Luna is never seen without has a cage containing a blue bird hanging from it. If you twist the key on the bottom, it plays music. Someone special gave it to her as a gift. She says it reminds her of the following lesson. Searching for happiness whenever you can, because the search itself is what will make you happy. 3 Laws of Robotics. The 3 Laws of Robotics were created by science fiction author Isaac Asimov and play a large part in his robot series. They are as follows. A robot may never injure a human being or, through an action, allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence, as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Later on, Asimov also developed another preceding rule, known as the zeroth rule, which first appear in his story Robots and Empire. And lastly, the zeroth law of robotics. 0. A robot may not harm humanity, or by inaction allow humanity to come to harm. Clearly, the zeroth law has priority over the first 3. So the first law would have the unwritten addendum, except where this would conflict with the zeroth law. Whether or not 016 was aware of this law is unclear, but in any event, 016 did act in accordance with it. Okay? But with that, I think we're gonna end this 0.5 episode here. I'll see you in the next episode.